Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland, Week 7 meal video of the $21 Grocery Budget Challenge of 2024. There are two of us. We are each spending $21 weekly. That means our grand cash weekly budget is $42. We attempt to increase our buying power any way that we can, any strategy that is available to us so that we can get more for our money. This week, I redeemed $20 worth of PC Optimum points, and I also spent fast fuel coupons. So we increased our buying power by almost $25 additional. This is the last shop before Christmas. There was some very specific items that we needed to get during this shop so that we can finish making our Christmas treats and all of the things that we're going to need over Christmas. So check it out. I will let you know that I went a tad bit crazy redeeming my $20 of PC Optimum points, and it may not be what you yourself would have used those points to redeem for. So check it out. Let me know what you think. And to everybody, a Merry Christmas. I'm at No Frills, and they have Atlantic butter on for $4.99. We've got mustard at $1.25. No Frills Clubhouse mixes. This is the best regular price, $1.29. So you've got sloppy joes, you've got chili, all kinds of options. $1.87 for giant value soy sauce. So goodbye. Just kind of checking out what the prices would be if I were buying fresh sausage. So here's 6 sausage rounds. It's 250 grams, $3.97. If I bought sausage myself, here's 500 grams, I could get, if I sliced these open and made them myself, I could get 12 rounds for $3.97. We are starting the week with 5 cents carried forward from last week, $2.67 fast fuel coupon, and a 45-cent fast fuel coupon. So we will say $3.11. $3.11. Yeah, I think that's right. 12 cents of fast fuel coupons. And I have not quite $10. I can't redeem Scene points, but I can redeem $20 worth of PC Optimum points. So it's putting us in a very, very good place. $42 cash, plus the 5 cents carry forward, plus these fast fuel coupons, plus the points. The handsome one grabbed gas. We now have an additional $1.50 fast fuel coupon. That brings our total to $4.62. We are absolutely going to spend these today at Sobeys. I don't know exactly what we're going to get, but there's a couple things that I have on my watch list. I was just thinking that we are getting very low. Actually, we don't have any almond milk, and the frozen coconut milk that we have left in the freezer is almost done. So I thought I would take a look, and they've got this, the vanilla, 99 cents. That's awesome, and it's protein, almond and cashew. Or I could get unsweetened and just pay 50% off because those are tagged as well. What would you do? I'm at Superstore, and I see the Saputo mozzarella lactose-free cheese is on sale for $5.99. It's 500 grams, and it's got 50% off tags on it. So that means it would be $2.99 for 500 grams. That's crazy. I went a bit crazy with my $20 PC Optimum points redemption. I'm going to talk about that at the end of this video. We're going to start with No Frills. I was away for work for several days last week, and the location was near a No Frills. So I took the opportunity to, number one, check the Flashfood offers that were in that area. And they had a really great what I thought was a really great flash food box for $5. So I've got this stuff spread out here. Had radishes. It had 2 peaches and either an apricot or a nectarine, a pomegranate. It had asparagus, a orange pepper, a sweet potato, green onions. There's a few more green onions. We're just processing them right now. An onion, and then in this bag, it actually had a bundle of fresh spinach, but it was starting to get a little wilty, so I got a freezer bag from my mom, and I put the spinach in that with a wet paper towel to help rehydrate it. So this was all $5. So I think that's just off to a really, really phenomenal start for the week, $5. Then we had a change. So typically on Christmas Day, the last several years, let's say 4 or 5, we make all kinds of finger foods. It's very involved. Everybody brings stuff. It's a lot of work to get it all out, and then we put it away. And then when we get hungry later in the day, we get it all out again, and we eat it again. And we do this a couple times on and off. And the handsome one said to me, "Do you ever miss the days of chili?" And I said, "Yes, I do," because my dad always made a pot of chili. It was always on the stove, and it was easy. And when you were hungry, you just went to the pot and helped yourself. We kept the bowls out. Someone would bring rolls or bread. There was often toast that went with it, or rolls and butter. And it was just a really easy thing. Then on the very next day, my sister said, "Don't you wish we were having chili?" when we were making our plans of who was bringing what. And I said, "Yeah, funny you should mention that. The handsome one mentioned that yesterday. I really do. Why don't we just do that?" And so we kind of have pivoted. And now at the final hour, we need supplies for chili because that's what we are going to have. So we just all kind of took an inventory of what do we already have? What do we need to buy? I have ground beef. My sister has ground beef. Oh, and by the way, the ingredient recipes came from my parents because this is the chili that my dad makes. We need diced tomatoes. We need tomato soup. We need a green pepper. We need beans. We need mushrooms. So all of these things between 3 of us, so between 2 of the 3 sisters, so myself and my one sister and my mom, we had pretty much everything. Except one thing that we did not have was canned mushrooms at my mother's request that are a product of Canada. She does not want to use imported mushrooms in the chili. And I thought this was going to be quite impossible. It's a bit like a scavenger hunt, sometimes trying to find things. You would think that there's lots of canned Canadian mushrooms, but there's just not. Pretty much every store brand is imported. So you're looking at Compliments brand, PC brand, a lot of the big name brands, they're also imported. And imagine to my surprise, when I was in No Frills, when I saw these little product of Canada mushrooms, they were $2 a can. So I picked up 3 right away. So more on the other ingredients in the actual meals video. But I bought these and these are within my budget. Also kind of planning what meals do we want to have this week because Christmas Eve day, so now we're having chili. Christmas Day, of course, we're having a big turkey dinner, and we're actually having 2 of them. So 1 turkey dinner at my sister's with my entire family. I'm bringing the ham to that. 1 turkey dinner at my in-laws, closer to supper time, and that's going to be turkey. So 2 big meals. We're just trying to think of things outside of the box, other items, and we actually have ground beef. So I was thinking tomato paste and sloppy joes would be 2 things needed to make sloppy joes. Very easy for us to make, of course, and I had this plan before we decided we were having chili. I know 2 ground beef things, but this is what we are going to have. The tomato paste was $1, and the sloppy joes were the sloppy joe mix was $1.29 at No Frills. The butter was $4.99. Now, if you'll remember, we need this as an ingredient for several of the baked goods that we're making. And I also got turnips. These were $1.64 $2.64 with the 50% off sticker. That brought them down to $1.32. My grand total at No Frills, including the Flashfood box, was $20.85. I forgot to mention the mustard. I also picked up mustard, and that was $1.25. So I feel very good about this. This is almost half of the budget. This is a great, great start, and I'm really, really happy with the fresh items for $5. All right. Then the next place I shopped was on the other side, Walmart. We need mini marshmallows for, again, one of the baked goods that we're making. And I did search them out on the Flip app. The most inexpensive was Great Value if they had them in stock. It was a 400-gram pack for $2.47. Now, when we were there, they only had white mini marshmallows. I don't even know if they have colored mini marshmallows, which would have been our preference. We did see them later after we'd bought these ones in another store, but they were more expensive. So they were 50 cents more and they were 150 grams less. The package was 250 grams. So this will taste exactly the same. It's just not going to look perhaps like what our preference would be. Also bought carrots. They were on in the flyer for $1.44. And I also bought sausages. These were on in the flyer for $3.97. This is also another out-of-the-box thing for me. I normally buy pre-prepared sausages for breakfast sandwiches, and my preference are the maple leaf fully cooked sausages. They just cook faster, they're cleaner, there's less mess, there's less smoke. I like them better. But when I was in the store, I mean, I've already showed the clip of the video. When you're looking at the fresh ones, the Johnsonville Fresh sausage rounds, and there's 6 in the pack and it's 250 grams. It just makes sense that out of 500 grams that I could get 12. And yes, it's a little bit of extra work, but the cheapest I could find, the other ones, initially was $5, but then when the flyer switched over, 2 places had them for $3.97, but that would have been $8. And this was $4. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put in the extra work and have that money in the budget for other items. So the grand total at Walmart was $7.88. I then went to Superstore, got buns for the Sloppy Joes. These were $3.50. So with the 50% off tag, they were $1.74. Popped into Sobeys. I had some fast fuel coupons that I wanted to spend. And again, looking for something that's outside of what our regular is going to be for this week. I found this markdown steak. It's $10.58 minus $5. Brought it down to $5.58. And I thought, oh, how wonderful steak would go with some asparagus. Sometimes things just work out. I also found an amazing buy on unsweetened vanilla almond and cashew milk. We're down to no almond milk whatsoever. We haven't had almond milk for probably 2 weeks. And I have very, very limited quantities of frozen coconut milk left. Perhaps enough just for one smoothie, maybe 2. So this was a really great find in Canada. These kind of cartons have a 10-cent deposit. So the milk was 99 cents on clearance plus that 10-cent deposit. This was $5.58. So the grand total was $6.67. And I had $4.62 worth of fast fuel coupons, which brought the total down to $2.05 cash out of pocket. I think that's pretty fantastic for some almond milk and some steaks. Shopped at Bulk Barn, got some rice. We have leftover pork stir fry, frozen in the freezer. So this would be great for another meal that has nothing to do with turkey or ham or big Christmas meals. So that worked out great as well. Now, let's talk about all this cheese that you see. And I just went a little bonkers with the cheese. I admit that. So the first thing that happened was I was going through my rain checks. We had a rain check been holding it forever, for a really long time. $3.99 for 6 packages of PC shredded cheese. I mean, $3.99 each, and the rain check was for 6. not $3.99 for 6 total packages. And I decided that I wanted to spend my $20 points, $20 in points as a redemption to get these 6 packages of cheese. I was very excited. And if you can even believe this, I sent the handsome one to do this. So it was complicated because first I gave him the rain check. I also told him that I wanted him to redeem points. So when he got in the store, he called me and he just kind of went through like which options of cheese were there, and we decided together what ones we wanted to get for the 6. So I was really keen on getting lactose-free options, and they had pizza mozzarella, very excited. They have nacho, and the nacho is a blend of shredded cheddar, pizza mozzarella, and Monterey Jack cheeses with jalapenos. So that is incredibly exciting. It's like a specialty addition into the cheese of that Monterey Jack. Typically, you don't see them as a lactose-free option, but so very, very exciting for this. And then there was this triple cheddar that was also lactose-free, and it just says it is a blend of old cheddars, shredded old cheddars. So 4 of the 6 packages lactose-free. Then we were kind of going over some of the other specialty ones. And even though these are not lactose-free, we were interested in this one because it was mozzarella, provolone, and Parmesan. A really interesting blend. And then the handsome one saw this. It's smoke-flavored cheddar. And he said, please, can we just get this smoke-flavored cheddar? I really would like to have that. And well, really, there's no reason why we couldn't. So these are the 6 varieties that we chose. It was $23.94 total. Redeemed the $20. So it was $3.94 out of our cash budget. Okay, now we've got lots of cheese. We've got cheese to last for weeks and weeks. Hopefully we don't go cheese crazy and just start like using it all the time. But then the handsome and I were in the Superstore together on another day, and we see this. Saputo. You can't see it, but it's right underneath this 50% off sign. This is lactose free. This is a 500 gram pack, and this cheese was on sale for $5.99. Making 50% off, it would be $3. It was just too good of a deal for me to leave behind, even though we already chose some pizza mozzarella. I have no idea if I could take this in, it's unopened, and swap it out for a different kind. I don't even know if you can do that with food, dairy. I don't know if that's a thing. If it was a thing, I'd definitely swap it out for some other kind of specialty cheese. This is 320 gram package right there. And this is a 500 gram package. So yes, this was the week of crazy cheeses. I'm so happy with the cheese. We love cheese, and I know it seems crazy, but I was so happy to spend those 20,000 points worth $20 on a redemption that was nothing but cheese. I just feel crazy about it. Crazy happy about it. The handsome one, definitely we'll need to do some monitoring of both of us to make sure that we're just not going crazy with the cheese. Anyways, we are at $41.79. And if you remembered, we had a 5-cent carryover from last week. So our grand total cash budget this week was $42.05. We currently have 26 cents left. I know I'm going to be in town before Christmas. I think I'm just going to buy some more brown sugar at the bulk barn and just get it as close to that 26 cents as I can, use up the entire budget. Yeah, what do you guys think of this? I think we did really great. So we increased our buying power this week by $24.62. It was $20 worth of PC Optimum points and $4.62 worth of fast fuel coupons. And it really is amazing what you can do to put your mind to it. I am not doing anything special to get these points or these coupons. I get the coupons when I get gas, the fast fuel coupons. I simply choose to get gas at Sobeys Fast Fuel because me buying something from them earns me something back in return. And on days when I'm really lucky, I find coupons that people leave behind because they don't understand the value of them. If they did understand the value, no one would ever leave them behind. And I know some people say, well, I don't shop at Sobeys. And my one and only comment to that is, but you could. You could shop at Sobeys. Say you didn't want to go in there and nickel and dime it like I do for $4.62 of 3 small coupons. You could save up those coupons until you had $15 or $20 worth and make it worth your while, and then go in and buy items in there. Whether you wanted to buy things that were treats for you or you simply wanted to use it towards groceries like we do, I mean, you could shop there. And for the points that I get for my PC Optimum, really, I just get the majority of my points. And I'm going to say about 90% of my points do not come from points attached to items I have to buy. Like, buy these potatoes, get 50 points. For example, the majority of my points do not come from that. The majority of my points are attached to me just living my regular life, doing my banking. I have that PC financial bank account. I get points when I pay bills out of it. I get points when my paycheck is direct deposited into it. And I get points every single time I use either my debit card that's attached to the account or my PC financial MasterCard. And it's different values of points depending on where you shop. Like, for example, if I shop at Superstore, so PC, if I shop at Superstore and use one of those cards, I get more points than if I shopped at Sobeys and use those cards. I just get the base points. So I'm really happy that the things that I do that don't really take any extra effort from me result in values like I just increased my buying power by $24.62. I think that's awesome. Anyways, this is the last shop before Christmas. Let me know what you think. So what do you think? Was I crazy to spend that $20 worth of PC Optimum points on cheese, and nothing but cheese? So 6 bags of shredded cheese. And of course, we bought that additional Saputo pizza mozzarella, that 500-gram block as well. I'm really excited. We love cheese, and I can't think of anything that I would rather spend that money on than cheese on sale. So I think we did really great. The meal video is going to upload on Friday. So what you are going to see, that will include Christmas Eve day. So we're going to be making the chili. That's going to be available for my whole family for all day. And there's 3 of us going in on the supplies. Then, of course, it will be Christmas Day. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take actual videos, but probably capture some photographs of the ham and turkey dinner number 1 and then turkey dinner number 2. And I am hoping that we have a little bit of leftovers for Boxing Day. So stay tuned for that video. And again, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you have a phenomenal holiday.